Hello everyone, we have some vpets to open from Japan You Want, and unfortunately we also need to have a conversation about Japan You Want, so I guess let's get into it. So I don't know if you saw Japan You Want's blog post from June where they talked about new requirements by the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, the CPSC. So basically a new rule went into effect, and it's basically affecting items that could possibly be given to children or that are being used by children. So Japan You Want is basically saying that they cannot, meet the requirements that are, being required by this CPSC. So they are basically saying they are ending shipments of those types of items or the items that fall into that category. They are stopping those type of, shipments to the United States. So they're not going to be doing that anymore. So, and I think the biggest thing that is affected are things like electronic toys, plush, things of that nature. Because if you go to their site now and you're from the US, if you try to order like plush or any of the vpets, that button, the add to cart button, will be gone. And you'll have a little note there instead that just says that they can't ship that to the US. So that is extremely unfortunate. And before that went into effect, I got some vpets that I had been wanting and have just been putting off. And I said no more because now we got this whole mess going on. So yeah, let's just go through it. Let's see what I got. So this time, instead of tissues or a keychain, we got a Tamamail button. So let's see what it is. It says Tamagotchi Uni. So let's see what it is. Oh, okay. So it's like from the Tamagotchi Uni Sanrio, collaboration. Screen protectors, of course. There's a couple of them in there for the following devices. So let me show you what I got. I got this micro pet. I don't know anything about said micro pet, but it's a bunny, it's pink, it's cute, and I don't know. It just looks fun. So we'll see. We'll see about it. When I did order this, there was like a newer updated version up for pre-order, but of course there was the button there. Well, not the button, but the button was gone, but the notice was there that says that they, can't ship it to the US. But so this is the older model, and we will, check it out at some point. This is going to require some research because I've never had a micro pet before. So it's time to bust out, the lab coat, the goggles, and we're going to be doing some science. So we're going to be doing some science with this and some of these other items because I don't know. I've never had a micro pet before, but it looks fun. It looks cute. The other thing was this. The Sumikko Gurashi, I guess this is like gashapon dial type thing. Sumikko Gurashi's cute. I am familiar with the characters. I may not know all their names, but I know that there's a cat, and I like the cat, so that's fun. And yeah, you guys know how I feel about like gachapon, and like the little dial is so cool. So I think that it was a really unique like design to make a vpet out of this dial. So yeah, and again, this may require some science. It may require some patience on my part, but I used to love doing, Tamagotchi science back in the day with like some of the Japan only, devices. So I don't know, this looks fun. This looks actually, the uniqueness of like the design of it is what caught my attention. And there actually was some other Sumikko Gurashi vpets that I would have liked to try other than this one. But of course, given the situation that we're in currently, I wasn't able to get those as well. As it is, I had already spent quite a bit on this haul alone. So maybe one day we will finally be able to buy vpets from overseas. I don't know, but at least I have this one. This one looks really unique and really fun. We have some Sanrio items. This one is actually pretty new. It was actually up for pre-order, but it was being like released like a couple of days after I placed the order, so I was able to place the order for this. I don't think you would be able to do that now in terms of like Japan yuan. Of course, I'm only discussing Japan yuan because that is where I buy the majority of my vpets, things of that nature. But so yes, it's a Punirunes, but it's like miniature. So I don't know. I mean, I have the original Punirunes from Five Below. Well, not from Five Below, but they're sold at Five Below. And then I got the Sanrio one. I tried the Sanrio one, and I was struggling to figure that one out. So eventually at some point we'll bring that one back. And I'll give it another go and we'll see how that works. And then of course we got this little one to try, and it looks very, very cute. This gives me more of like Tamagotchi vibes, you know, like with the pixelated, you know, black and white, you know, no color screen type thing. So yeah, there were a couple of versions of this one, but I decided to get the Kuromi. I don't know, it just looked like the cute way to go. I don't know. I don't really know. I like them all. If I could have bought them all, I would have bought them all. And then the other thing, or the last thing I should say, is this little phone thing, and I think it's hilarious. There were different versions of this. So there's the Hello Kitty one, which is this one. There was a Cinema Roll one and a Kuromi one. But I feel like because I already had the Kuromi and the Cinema Roll Pocket Room, I figured may as well get the Hello Kitty version of this. And this is basically just giving Pocket Room vibes, but like in a phone. So that's why I made that decision. So like I said, it looks like the programming is going to be pretty much identical to that of the Pocket Room, just with some minor changes. And then I think we have some new options for raisable characters. So I don't know. We will definitely be doing vlogs on this. This is going to be like the next Pocket Room series, but it's going to be like Pocket Phone. I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited about this. This one is also relatively new. I just didn't get it. But I have it now, so I'm happy with it. But of course, if this is anything like the Pocket Room, I know they're going to come out with a, another, like a DX version, special version, something, and I'm just not going to be able to get it because of this dang restriction that we have going on here. But it's really unfortunate, really, truly. This isn't just affecting like vpet collectors like us. This is also going to be affecting the anime community, those of you that collect, figures, or I think the last I heard, like, we don't know how that's going to affect, the figures, things of that nature. And then, of course, small businesses that have manufacturers overseas, that's starting to pose a problem with them as well, and the things that they're trying to create. And it's a mess. And that's unfortunate that things are so out of control right now in terms of just getting things from overseas. Like, we've been, you know, dealing with the tariff situation. Now this. So I don't know. There's just, at this point, there really is no telling on, you know, how things are going to proceed from here. I actually do have another Meowchi plush that I actually ordered from Amazon Japan. And there's no telling if I'm even going to be able to get it now because of all of this mess that's going on. So I don't know. It's crazy, but I hope that wherever you're at in the world, you know, you're doing well and all of that kind of stuff, and just, I don't know, take care of yourselves, all of that good stuff. And of course, I am going to continue to bring the Tamagotchi content, and maybe some new vpet content. So that's going to be it. I will see you guys in the next one. And oh, now that I'm here, I don't know if I'm going to start posting these vlogs before this vlog even goes up. But just in case, if that doesn't happen, I'm already telling you right now, we got, you know, my Amazon pre-orders for the new Tamagotchi Paradise. And so yeah, you can definitely expect some vlogs for these. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. We will continue the Paradise vlogs. So look at it. It's so cute. So yes, we will be continuing on. So I hope that you guys will join me, and I'll see you guys then. Bye.